That's all.
Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. 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 Reality TV, church reviews. Let's talk happy love and marriage lifestyle. Come and talk with us. Come and share with us. Come and laugh with us. Come on and pray with us.
Regina Clovis, special guest. You should be following your lead. Bless. Subscribe on YouTube. Listen on podcasts. We live on IG and Facebook. This episode is sponsored by Truth and Triumph Ministries. On IG and Facebook. This episode is sponsored by Truth and Triumph Ministries.
Hey, y'all. Ooh, I don't know what's going on with this thing. Hi, y'all. Hey, y'all. Oh, all right, you guys. Hello. Listen, decided to go live and say hello to some of y'all. See what's going on today. This thing has been a mess. Y'all see hubby? Hubby is like, he is just ready to just do what? Go home and finish watching football, right? Put some light in here.
Hey.
Say hello to the people. Say hello to the people.
Hi to the people.
Hey to the people.
What's up to the people?
Hello to the people.
What's going on, my peoples?
Listen, it's going to be a short video because I'm going to just do this while we are headed home, but wanted to say hello to y'all, see how y'all doing today. Just finished taking care of some stuff out here in the street. Was over there on St. James channel. What up to my boy St. James over there in Chicago eating that good food? Oh my and my.
Deep dish pizza.
I know he wasn't eating pizza. He was eating some nice salad.
Short ribs. He was eating.
I wish I was eating some short
stew.
ribs right now and some catfish stew and all that stuff. Oh my goodness. His salad did look good.
Chicken with fried
okay, what are y'all eating today? What are y'all eating today? Like I said, I just wanted to say hello, see how y'all doing. Let's see if this Wi-Fi is going to hold up. I see it's acting up on my monitor here. But wanted to say hello to all of y'all. Y'all can tell my husband is hungry, right? Can y'all tell? Because you sitting here trying to name every food that you can think of. Maybe should I stop and get you something? Do we have anything at home to eat?
Go home and make you a sandwich.
Oh my God, a sandwich. I don't know. I wish the Jamaican restaurant was open. Our buddy over there.
Oh, you need some cold cut.
I don't need cold cuts.
Cheese.
Nah. I don't need no cold cuts. I need some food.
And a blue blueberry muffin.
So that's what we're eating today.
Frozen blueberry muffin.
That's what we're eating? A frozen blueberry muffin. Yeah. Y'all, it is so pretty out here tonight. I wish I knew how to turn this camera around. I'm streaming this from StreamYard today. Normally I go live on my YouTube page. But I said, let me just go ahead and try StreamYard. Well, I'm in the car, see how this works, but I am kind of hungry. The food I had this morning is already gone. It's already gone. Are y'all football fans like hubby is football fans?
Yep.
I'm surprised he don't even have his football game on in the car right now.
I don't want to put it on because you're on the live.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Make it a copyright strike.
I don't want to disturb your peace.
No, you ain't disturbing my peace. You're disturbing my peace today. Hello. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Patty. Thank you for coming on in. What y'all doing today, Stephanie and Patty?
Patty.
What y'all doing today? Are y'all enjoying this beautiful Sunday day? Out here, it's sunny over here in Georgia. Beautiful day. Listen, some of the updates, let's talk about some church news while I have y'all on here. Some of the updates, those of you that have been following the story about that Pastor Ronnie Dennis, who has been arrested for allegedly stealing money or taking money or misusing money for the veterans. He he did not get his bail. He was trying to get bail to get out. He did not get the bail to get out. They denied him the bail, and rightfully so. Um, that case is still going on. I'll be following up some more details on that one. Some people have actually been inboxing me and putting comments that they know him and that they were members of his church before, and some of the horrific things that's been going on. A lot of people are starting to come forth, but a lot of people, you guys, and it's sad to say, but a lot of people are still afraid to come forth because they still feel as though they would be harmed for coming forth. And it's sad. A lot of people have left, and they're still living in fear. And it's just terrible that you would leave a church and be fearful of church backlash. And this, mob mentality that some of these church members have is just crazy. I'm really glad that a lot of these churches are being shut down. But that church, a house of praise, a house of prayer, whatever the name of Ronnie Dennis Church is, it's actually still going strong, just like Apostle David E. Taylor. His church is still growing strong. They still got their call center going. Still got the call center going, still asking people for money. People are still donating. I actually got a call from somebody, you guys. This lady called me. She told me, she's like, what? How old that lady said she was? 80 or something, 80 something years old. And she started out the conversation fussing me out. I mean, my husband even said, who is this? I was like, I don't know, some lady, but I'm going to listen. And while I listen, I pressed the record button. Yes, I did, because if I need it for later, I have it. But she fussing because she says that I should not be talking about David E. Taylor. That's her pastor. She loved David E. Taylor, and she sent him money. And if she want to send him more money, she can. And we not going to stop her from sending him money. And she believed in the miracles that he's doing. First, I thought it was a prank phone call because I'm like, who would actually call me telling me this crap, knowing that I don't like some of the things that David E. Taylor is being alleged to have done. So why are you calling me, of all people, with this mess? But he don't need bail, Patty. He don't. Evildoers. That's honey, Patty. She went in on me. Then she started talking about I need to take my mouth off of Brian Carn, Apostle Brian Carn. I said, first of all, that's when I had to interrupt her and say, first of all, I don't have my mouth on no Brian Carn. But honey, she was like, Brian Carn is a man of God, and he what she said, he's living in grace, and you need to give him grace. I said, child, I just let her talk. So finally, after a while of her ranting and going off on me about these two men that she loves so much, I finally started talking to her. I said, well, listen, I said, I don't mind you having your opinion about these men. I said, but what about the victims? What about the people that are saying that these men have allegedly done horrible things to them? What about those individuals? I said, you're a woman. How would you feel if some of these women came to you and told you that some of these allegations that these men are being accused of, that they were true? How would you feel as a woman? And she was telling me, well, I understand that, but I don't think it's true. I said, but what if? Let's just think for a moment. What if some of the things that David E. Taylor is being accused of regarding these women was actually true? What if some of the things that Pastor Ronnie Dennis is being accused of, these allegations by these women, is true? And what if, because she had mentioned she has a daughter, and I said, what if one of these men who call themselves a pastor did some of these things to your own daughter? Then she started listening. At that point, she was ready to listen. Then she brought up, what's her name? Vicky Yohe. And honey, she said, that white devil. I said, wait a minute. I said, did she not, baby? I said, wait a minute. I said, we're not going to do that. We're not going to call this lady that. She said, oh, no, that's the reason why David E. Taylor is in trouble now, because he started messing with that white devil. You know, these white women, they don't. And then she started going into the race. And I said, listen, I'm not one for all this race stuff. I said, David Taylor knew what he was doing when he got with Vicky Yohe. Vicky Yohe knew what she was doing when she got with David E. Taylor. I said, but why you want to put everything on Vicky Yohe? Why you not blaming David Taylor for none of this stuff? Oh, because I know that lady. I mean, so I say all that to say this. It's amazing to me how some of these individuals who are following these people, she don't even attend the church. She follows him online or either on social media. But it's amazing to me how they just go so hard for these individuals. And then when someone comes and says that they have been taken advantage of, misused, abused, or stuff like that, then these members or people who support these pastors are quick to not want to hear these other women or even believe a little bit about what they said. It's crazy to me. And that's why I continue to call it church mafia type stuff, because you so quick to go after somebody without even wanting to hear their full story. That's not even fair. And what church person, a real God-loving person, is going to want to just attack one person without hearing the other side? Now, mind you, I'm hearing these things that David E. Taylor is saying. I'm not trying to, that David E. Taylor is being accused of. I'm not trying to attack David E. Taylor. I would love to hear his side, but I think his side is always going to be that he didn't do anything, because he's shown himself to who he is and what he does and so forth. But I'm still the type of person, I still would like to hear what he have to say with the individual sitting there. Him and Vicky Yohe can have this. That would be a great thing if him and Vicky Yohe sat down together and had somebody sitting there and saying, now, Vicky, tell me what you did, and to see David E. Taylor's response, and them both sitting there together. I would love to see something like that. I would love to see it. Let's debate David E. Taylor and Vicky Yohe. Sit down and debate and discuss what happened. And then for a special guest, we should bring in David E. Taylor's ex-wife to sit down and have that conversation. But it is what it is. I don't know, and I don't like the mess. But all this stuff that's going on in the church, these people and the misuse and abuse that they're doing to these innocent people who are just looking for a place that they can come and worship God, and they're being mistreated, they're being abused, they're being used. It's sad, because it gets people to think that our God is the same way some of these men are in church, or some of these women are at church. And our God is not that way. Our God is not somebody who just mistreats individuals and has them act like they're your slaves and stuff. It's horrible. Horrible. When I interviewed the young lady, that Miss Brady, when she said she was with Ronnie Dennis, and the stuff that she said he did and stuff that she saw happen at the church, it was just shocking to me, because when you go to look for a place of worship, you go there looking for love, support, not to be taken advantage of. So it amazes me still to this day how individuals will allow themselves to be used that way. And it amazes me also how individuals are okay to use people. You're somebody that's in the pulpit that's saying you are here a representation of God, and you don't even believe the own God that you say you serving for the money that you need. You want to swindle money out of people. I just don't get that. It's just too many wolves in sheep clothing in the pulpit. And the people shouldn't be taken advantage of like that. It just makes me so upset that these people do that. And then when people start calling out these false leaders, these false prophets, these false pastors, these false, these terrible people, when people start calling them out, it gets me even more upset that church members get mad at people for telling their truth about what these evil people have done to them. It just gets me so upset. And that's why, thank you, Holy Spirit, that's why this abuse, this taking advantage of, all this stuff, this is why this stuff continues in the churches. Because church members keep protecting these individuals. And there's a lot of these leaders that are in these churches with these individuals that know good and well that their leaders are wrong. They know, and they are part of the fight. They're part of the abuse. They're part of all that stuff. You don't think that there's people in David E. Taylor's camp that didn't know that what David Taylor was doing was wrong? That's why Michelle Brennan is arrested right along with him. She knew his bad behavior was wrong. She knew some of the stuff that he was doing was not right, but she went along with it. Why? Because he's not the only one. There's other people that are in churches that support these people, knowing the mess that they do, but yet they continue to support them and knowing that they've done things wrong. They know that some of these pastors out here sleeping with all these women, making them have these abortions. They know all this stuff, and yet they want to protect their man or woman of God. They're like, oh, we gonna protect. We not gonna talk bad about the man of God. But the man, they ain't. First of all, it's not even a man of God. It's just a little man, not no man of God at all. But we got to stop allowing this stuff to happen in church. There used to be an old saying, see something, say something. But in church, they like, see something, pray about it. I cannot. We need to stop this stuff. That's why so many people are being hurt. They're being taken advantage of. It's not because the outside world. It's because the church is allowing it. The church is allowing it. And then when somebody come at a church and confront these pastors for the mess that they've done, why are the people in the congregation sitting up there? Well, I'm going to protect them. I know at that point, you may feel as though it's an accusation. We don't know if it's real or not. But if somebody bold enough to come in the church, I mean, maybe just listen. If they got some verifiable proof, okay, but maybe, because there's a lot of people that will lie. There's a lot of people that absolutely, I understand they will lie. But we got to start listening to some of this stuff and stop allowing these people to continue to get hurt. Because I think more than these pastors are going to be held accountable. I think some of these people who are supporting these so-called leaders are going to be held accountable too. And hey, what can we say? There's a fair out here, you guys. I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see? There's a fair that's over here. I don't know if y'all can see that. They come here every year to the racetrack. This used to be the racetrack where they would have didn't they used to have the Indianapolis?
Yeah, Indianapolis.
Which one did they have there?
Is in the NASCAR.
NASCAR.
They still have it.
NASCAR.
Two races a year.
Which one did they take away? They took one major race away from there.
Yeah, they bought two. Yeah, they still get two a year.
Mm.
They bought one back, so you got two races.
Okay. Yeah, I know they had one major one that they said over there also is where they were planning on putting a casino. They wanted to put, because that racetrack owns like several acres back there, huge land they still own that's undeveloped. And they were in talks at one time to put a casino there. And guess who voted it down, y'all? Guess who voted, though? We don't need no more jobs. We don't need casino jobs. We don't need restaurant jobs. We don't need hotel and employment. We don't need that. Guess who voted it down? The church. The church. The church said, we don't want no casino. All they're looking at is just a casino. They're not looking at all the employment that it will bring. The church cast that thing down. It's a mess. I cannot. But anyway, back to church stuff. I don't know what's the latest stuff that's going on with Bishop T.D. Jakes and Dwayne Youngblood. Oh my goodness. I think Dwayne Youngblood is glad that the judge is dealing more with that lawyer that he had, Tyrone Blackburn. I bet you Dwayne Youngblood is probably like, oh Lord, get this, at least get Jakes off of me. But I don't have any real update. I'm waiting for some big news to come out, but before I run, all these stories regarding that. But right now, from what I have seen, Bishop T.D. Jakes' team are more so going after Tyrone Blackburn because of some of the foulings and stuff that he did that the judge was not happy with. And some of the things that they stated what was going on was Blackburn was using AI to create some of his paperwork that he filed at the court. And it's amazing to me, all the back and forth. But once I get more of a real firm update, then I'll go into it. But all the little stuff that's going on with that, I don't know. But I have not heard anything as far as Dwayne Youngblood. Haven't heard or seen much of that. His brother, Dwayne Youngblood's brother, still posts on his social media, which I see every now and then. But nothing, of course, pertaining to the case or whatnot. But we're still watching and waiting. But besides that, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stories, you guys, regarding pastors. What I've started doing on my YouTube page, those of you who are watching this on my Facebook, if you're interested in this, you need to go to my YouTube channel. What I've started doing is I've started uploading in the community, on the community tab, stories of pastors and incidents and things that's happening, news that's going on, because there is so much coming in so fast. I don't have the time to do a live or upload videos. So what I started doing is, if you go to my YouTube page, the Juice Radio and Talk Show, and you go over to the community tab, I am uploading all the news articles as I get them. So you'll see them, all the pastor news and stuff that's going on. And there's a lot that's going on right now. So if you want to be in the know as far as what's going on, go over there to my community tab and check that area out, and you'll see all this stuff that's going on with a lot of these pastors right now. But, I'm actually glad that a lot of these pastors, if they're doing things that's wrong and that is illegal, and especially when it pertains to, abusing people, I'm glad they're being arrested, because if they weren't to be arrested right now, they would continue to hurt people. And so I'm glad that the correction is coming. I'm glad that the justice is being done, because it needs to be done. You can't, try and come out here and say you're a pastor, say you're a man or woman of God, and continue to take advantage of people. You have to pay a price for the wrong that you do. And so, like people have been saying, God's cleaning up his house, and I'm glad he is. And I'm sure that a lot of these people who have been done unjustly wrong are happy that these people are being incarcerated, and they need to be. There's so much going on with this Ronnie Dennis, and even David E. Taylor, where they were saying that these people, when they join their memberships, these members can't even have a relationship with their families if their families oppose the ministry. That's like Scientology. It's just like the Scientology behavior. If any of your family members oppose the ministry, they're like, basically, you got to cut them off. What church, what God-filled, loving church would be like, oh, your family don't like us, cut them off. You got to choose to be over here with us. And people do it. People do it. I and then they call it God. I just cannot understand the nonsense. Crazy. But all of that stuff is still going on. That Scientology thing is a mess. I saw what's her name show on that she did, and how when you leave Scientology, and even when they kind of excommunicate you, they got people that was chasing her. I forget the lady's name that had the show, and she was talking about this Scientology. Y'all let me know, put in the comment section if you remember her name, the white lady, the actress. And people riding by and trying to go by these people's houses that have left them and all this stuff. And I tell you the nonsense. Some of these churches. My goodness. Leah Remini. Thank you, sweetheart. Leah Remini. And she, on that show, she was saying how these people would drive by the people's houses and threaten them and all this kind of stuff and go through their garbage trying to find information on them. Oh my God. And you a church? Oh, what happened to freely come, freely go? What happened to that? What happened? It just ridiculous. And here's the bad thing. These people get into these things and then it's hard for them to get out. It's like a dang on game. Like a game. Shoot. And a mess. Oh, but we're going to have to keep on doing the work, you guys. We're going to have to keep on doing commentary on some of these stories. We're going to have to keep on putting the news out there of pastors that are not pastors, but they're actually predators. We're going to have to keep putting the news out there. And we're going to have to be continual in our work and not be afraid to continue to do that because it needs to be done. And by us reporting and doing commentary on these stories, we're actually helping to save other individuals from the mess that some of these people are doing to individuals. We need to do our part. And that's what we're going to keep on doing. So y'all keep praying for us. We keep praying for y'all. And y'all keep watching, subscribing. About to turn down here the street where I have no good signal, okay? So I'm going to have to log off. But you guys, I will be back tomorrow morning for my 10 a.m. motivational chat. And we're going to get back into some more of these stories. But go over there to my YouTube channel, check out that community tab, and check out some of those stories that some of those pastors are doing, all right? Y'all have a loving, safe day today. God bless all of y'all in Jesus' name. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, guys.